Aquarius, before we begin, allow your breath to slow down. There is nothing you need to do right now. Nothing you need to fix, prove, or understand immediately. Just let your awareness settle into this moment. What moves through you today carries the quiet weight of completion. December 31st does not arrive loudly for you. It arrives with awareness, with recognition, with a subtle understanding that something within you is closing, not in loss, but in clarity. You may feel as though the air around you holds memory, not the kind that pulls you backward, but the kind that gently shows you how far you've come. There is an internal review unfolding beneath your thoughts, not judgment, not regret, simply truth becoming visible. You are standing at the edge of a cycle that shaped your emotional intelligence more than you realized, and your system knows it. That's why today may feel quieter, heavier in presence, lighter in expectation. Aquarius, you are not meant to rush through this day. You are meant to witness yourself within it. There is a deep, energetic recalibration taking place, one that asks you to separate what truly belongs to you from what you carried out of loyalty, habit, or survival. You are becoming more precise about where your energy flows. You may notice that your tolerance for emotional noise has decreased. Conversations that once felt acceptable now feel draining. Situations you once rationalized now feel misaligned. This is not impatience. This is discernment awakening. Your inner world is sharpening. You are recognizing the difference between connection and obligation, between understanding others and abandoning yourself, between peace and silence. Today, your intuition speaks softly but clearly. It does not argue. It does not explain. It simply knows. You may feel moments where your chest tightens slightly, or where your thoughts slow without reason. These are not warnings. They are signals of emotional truth surfacing, asking to be acknowledged rather than avoided. Aquarius, you have always been capable of emotional depth. What changes now is your willingness to stay present with it. There is wisdom in your sensitivity. And today, that wisdom matures. You are no longer required to carry emotional weight that does not reciprocate. You are no longer obligated to stay silent to maintain harmony. You are no longer responsible for stabilizing environments that destabilize you. This realization does not arrive dramatically. It arrives calmly, like a boundary forming naturally, without force. You may feel drawn to step back slightly today, not from people, but from expectation. This is not withdrawal. It is recalibration. Your energy is reorganizing itself in preparation for what comes next. Notice how your body responds when you imagine stepping into the coming cycle with less explanation, less compromise, less emotional overextension. There is relief there. That relief is truth. Repeat quietly within yourself. I release what no longer belongs to my evolution. As you do, something loosens. Your perception today is unusually refined. You may sense intentions behind words, truth behind pauses, alignment or lack of it, without needing proof. This is not suspicion. This is clarity. Aquarius, your intuition has always functioned like a quiet radar. What changes now is your trust in it. You are learning to honor what you feel before your mind justifies or dismisses it. You are learning to trust the first signal, not the explanation that follows. And this shift changes everything. You may feel a subtle urge to simplify. Your environment, your commitments, your emotional investments. This is not loss. This is refinement. You are not being asked to abandon what matters, only to release what dilutes your energy. There is a calm authority rising within you, one that does not demand attention, one that does not seek validation, one that simply stands. Your presence today carries weight. People feel it, even if they do not name it. You influence space without effort, not through dominance, through coherence. When your inner world aligns, your outer world responds naturally. This is why today matters. December 31st is not only an ending for you, it is a moment of emotional integration. You are recognizing patterns you have outgrown, choices you made to maintain stability rather than truth, ways you softened yourself to remain accepted. These realizations do not arrive with shame. They arrive with compassion. You see now that every version of you was doing the best it could with the awareness it had. And now, your awareness has expanded. That expansion brings freedom. You may feel moments of solitude calling to you today. Not loneliness, sanctuary. In stillness, your intuition speaks without interference, and what it reveals feels grounded, not overwhelming. You understand more clearly what nourishes you, what drains you, who meets you in authenticity, who meets you in need. This understanding strengthens your boundaries without hardening your heart. Aquarius, emotional maturity is blooming within you. You are learning to feel deeply without drowning, to care without carrying, to understand without absorbing. This balance marks the beginning of a new inner authority. There may be a quiet realization today about your worth, not as a concept, as a felt truth. A knowing that no longer depends on recognition or reassurance. That knowing settles into your body. You are stepping into a phase where your alignment becomes your compass, where decisions feel cleaner, where hesitation fades, where clarity replaces confusion. You may not know every detail of what comes next, but you trust yourself enough to move forward without fear. This trust changes the way life meets you. As this day unfolds, notice how your reactions soften, how old triggers lose their charge, how situations that once felt heavy now feel transparent. This is integration. You are not becoming someone new. You are returning to yourself with more awareness, more confidence, more truth. Let the final affirmation settle within you now. I step into the next chapter of my life with clarity, trust, and quiet strength. Allow this day to close gently. Allow this cycle to complete with honesty. Allow yourself to enter what comes next unburdened. You are ready, and the path ahead responds to that readiness with precision. Stay grounded, stay present, and take with you only what resonates.